It is an honor to be invited here to the regular session of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Davao City to shed light concerning the privileged speech of Councilor Temujin Tec Ocampo, particularly on the closure of the trekking site at Barangay Tagurano within Mount Apo Natural Park's Strict Protection Zone or SPZ. With this, please allow me to give a brief background of Mount Apo Natural Park to highlight some of the key points raised by Councilor Ocampo in his speech. Mount Apo, regarded as one of the oldest or pioneering protected areas in the Philippines, was first proclaimed as a national park in 1936. It was legislated in 2003 through Republic Act No. 9237, placing it under the National Integrated Protected Area System, or NIPAS, with a total area of 64,053 hectares of terrestrial landscape, straddling regions 12 and 11. The Davao City side of Mount Apo comprises 9 barangays with a land area of 9,024 hectares. Its lush forests serve as critical habitats for the critically endangered Philippine eagle, and Mount Apo summit is one of the prominent ecotourism destinations in the Philippines, being the country's highest point. At the national level, Mount Apo is under the administration of the DNR Secretary through the Biodiversity Management Bureau. At the site level, it is managed by the Protected Area Management Board, or PAMB, which serves as the highest policy and decision-making body in the protected area. The PAMB is composed of elected officials such as senators, congressmen, governors, mayors, and barangay captains, as well as members from national government agencies, non-government organizations, indigenous peoples, academic institutions, and the private sector, among others. As the Regional Executive Director of DNR 11, I am the only representative of the DNR to the PAMB designated as the chairperson, a non-voting member who can only vote in case of a tie. Additionally, a Protected Area Management Office, or PAMO, of Mount Apo has been established with office address at Barangay Kapatagan, Digos City, Davao del Sur. It is headed by a Protected Area Superintendent, or PASU, who is responsible for the day-to-day operations of the Mount Apo, including the implementation of zoning and enforcement of laws and policies. The protected area is divided into 2 management zones: the Strict Protection Zone, or SPZ, and the Multiple Use Zone, or MUZ. This zoning regime aims to strike a balance between biodiversity conservation and sustainable development, which are the twin objectives of the NIPAS law. Likewise, zoning in protected areas is similar to the zoning ordinance enacted by the City Council. In Mount Apo, areas designated as strict protection zones are generally closed to any human activity, except for scientific research and rituals of the indigenous peoples. Meanwhile, areas designated as MUZs, or multiple use zone, are portions where settlement, agriculture, agroforestry, ecotourism, and sustainable livelihood are allowed. In the Davao side of Mount Apo, more than 90% are designated as strict protection zones, with only a small portion identified as multiple use zone, located at Barangays Tamayo and Manuel Dianga. Out of the 7 official trails leading to Mount Apo summit, only the Davao City Trail in Barangay Tamayo, traversing the Tolomo mountain range, has been indefinitely closed to trekkers. For Barangay Tagurano, around 18.8 hectares falls within Manpi's strict protection zone, with no area designated as multiple use zone. With this, all structures documented since 2022 and subsequently issued with cease and desist orders in May 2024 are considered illegal, including any triggering activity thereof. As regards the plan of the City LGU to explore the possibility of promoting ecotourism in the said barangay, the proposal will be submitted to the PAMB for consideration. This proposal will only be possible if the specific trail intended for ecotourism is reclassified from SPZ to MUC. Any modification of the management zone shall be duly supported by a comprehensive biodiversity assessment, among others. Pursuant to BMB Technical Bulletin number 2018-01. This is also the direction reached during the Davao City Sub-PAMB's regular meeting last October 16, 2024. Finally, be informed as well that once reclassification of the proposed trail is approved, areas immediately bordering the identified trails shall remain as SPZ. The protected areas of the Philippines are a blessing to the Filipino citizenry, and with Davao region having 7 legislated protected areas is a bounty and a challenge as well. Subscribing to the mandates of our agency and all of us as members of MANPIS PAMB, it is our inherent responsibility to enforce laws under the NIPAS and yet seek equilibrium in conserving the environment and provide nature-based sustainable solutions to anthropogenic interventions within or adjacent protected area boundaries. This task, gargantuan as it is, cannot be done by DNR alone, but with the citizenry's aid. The protection of Mount Apo Natural Park is a responsibility shared by all the Baweños and the Filipino nation as a whole. Hence, we implore your understanding and on matters that are concerning protected areas, especially for our areas, which are identified critical habitats for the iconic Philippine eagle and a watershed area where most of the city's clean and potable water is sourced. I fervently hope that we have provided sufficient information and that this be moving forward an anchor to all activities and policies that the Honorable Sangguniang Panlungsod will consider forging.